What up? Daily puzzle survival. Let's get it. With explanations. I'm already seeing a mate in one. Bishop, rook, team up, mate in one. Back rank, checkmate. Mm, the bishop cuts through the dark squares to make a cool mating pattern with the rook. Back rank, mate. Just taking the free queen with check looks good enough for me. Back rank, checkmate. Queen and knight, kiss of death, mate. Bishop and queen, kiss of death, mate. Knight, queen, kiss of death. Queen, rook, kiss of death. Queen, pawn, kiss of death. Queen, bishop, kiss of death. Seeing queen f2 check. That's going to net us a rook with check. Oh no. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Okay. Queen f2. And when they go here, we'll just come back to f2 and check them again. But of course, the computer's not going to make us solve it. Cool main one. Rook covers backwards escape squares. King's boxed in. Checkmate. Hmm. Classic. So just check, and then we use the knight to check the king away farther. Back rank mate with a bit of setup. First we check the king away, and then we can back rank. Mate in one. I was thinking about taking this bishop for way too long, but if we just go here, that's even stronger. Mate in one. So this is just which rook do you take with. So we see the king has very little squares on the first rank, so we go for that. The rooks will take up the remaining squares and we'll win. Alright. This bishop is pinned, so this pawn is not protected. Queen takes h6. And then mate. What is this? It's a stupid fucking position. Just mate one. Free queen. Yeah. This is a cool one. So you have to notice that the king, this formation right here, there's a back rank formation on the G file. So we can just go ahead and sack our rook. Rook h1. Checkmate. It's definitely a checkmate, but you have to do it the right way. Ah, it's just mate in one. So here you see the position. There's the mating. Yeah. Blah. The queen needs to be on this file though. Just a little bit of double attack. Bishop fork. Alright. Don't take the knight. Don't get too greedy. Alright, back rank mate. We shouldn't see a problem like this on number 24. It's just embarrassing, chess.com. I'm seeing this check. Yeah, this check is this. See, like it's the last problem was ridiculous, and then this one, like you actually need to see some, have to have some planning here if you're going to successfully play Queen D6. So Queen D6, if they come to the C file, obviously the rook's going to come in. So they're going to try to run to the corner, but that's when you pull out all the stops, and you have to see bishop takes C7, forcing move, or king takes C7, and then I think we'd finish it up with rook G7. Should be more than enough. You love seeing the whole thing, right, folks? Mm, I think this is a clearance idea, so we're going to force the rook over so our queen can come to F3. Good game. Okay, well, we only have two pieces, so we're probably using both of them. Bishop H3, King G1 is forced, and then that's mate. Okay. It's just mate, no? Because there's Queen F1? Huh. These problems seem a little overly easy. This one we're probably just trying to king and pawn endgame by force, yeah? So the key here, guys, is to see that we have this passed pawn. You always, whenever like we're in an endgame, you always ask yourself, like, is the king and pawn endgame winning? So we ask ourselves that. Oh, we see, yes, black has this outside passer. Black would win if the rooks were off the board. So now that we see that black wins if the rooks are off the board, now the tactic becomes get the rooks off the board. Pretty cool, right? And then we just push the pawn. Because the king and pawn endgames are easy if you study them enough. Not all the time. They can be easy. I'm already seeing bishop f6. That nets us a queen, but is that enough? Yeah, that's more than enough because we'll mate in the end. Yeah. Bishop f6 is good enough. Because we're going to take with check and then mate. Thank you. This looks nice. Awfully tempted to play that. But then they take on h5 and... Oh, we still have another rook. Cool. Yeah. We just force the king onto the h file, and then it's like, what does white do? Just rook g2. Patience. And rook h8 is coming. GG. Screw up white. Oh, sorry. I'm just singing JPEG Mafia. Don't listen to me. So our queen's pinned. We probably want to take in some kind of fashion here. Ah, I see it. So of course we see d takes e5, saving our queen. But then a forcing sequence happens where they're going to move their queen somewhere that can't defend this rook because there's no squares. And then we'll trade. They'll take back. And then we have this fork on f3, which should be sufficient. And if they play it like that, my life is 10 times easier. So thanks for not even trying, computer. I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing that. Checks, captures, and attacks. I want to say that we should bring the queen first. Because if we don't bring the queen... Well? Yes. It'll be hard for the queen to infiltrate if we start with the bishop. If we start with bishop d6, they'll just go like king c6. Meet us in the middle. We can't get in. Process of elimination, I choose this. Now that's a knight. When you see a good move, look for better. It doesn't hurt taking this knight. I don't like that puzzle though. This threatens mate in 1, and you can't stop it. Well, technically you can, if you give up a whole bishop. That's a free knight, to my knowledge. What am I missing? Why can't I take this knight? What's the trick? Alright, we're calling the bluff. Thank you. Wow. I think I have to call the bluff again. This is the worst puzzle I've ever seen. It's gonna end here. If it ends here, chess.com should quit. Oh my god. Alright, well that was one of the worst puzzles I've ever seen. Oh, this is a cool... No. Thought it was mate for a second. And I was thinking this. Looks kind of... Oh, it is that. That's so cool. And the bishop comes in this way. Thank you. Always thank your opponents. They're teaching you how to play chess, win or lose. Maybe knight d3. That looks pretty tough. Knight d3 is the only check and should be sufficient. Well, there's queen moves, but I don't like the queen moves. I like the king is in a box right now. And this sets the knight up perfectly. Okay. We could block with the pawn, which is normally recommended, but bishop takes is quite spicy. We're attacking 3 of white's pieces. Shouldn't be. In favorable ways as well. Okay. We just take this and then take the rook on A8, A1, yeah? Thank you. Oh. This is mate in 2. Am I crazy? Can't we just go rook c2 and then rook a2? Game over? This is puzzle 38. They're feeding me easy puzzles, man. I swear. They're feeding me easy puzzles to stroke my fucking ego. Get me back into chess. Okay, this is quite interesting. We could literally just go queen f4. Why not, right? Queen f4. They can't take on g7, or else we could check. And we'll just be up. Yeah, we'll just be up. Yeah, we'll just take with the queen. And we're going to be up here. Queen takes. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. These puzzles are way too easy. Maybe they made the puzzle rush a bit easier. Alright. But we are on the hard puzzles, so I should slow down. I got a V8 vegetable juice. Sponsor me, V8. These opening problems are always funky. The light squares are bad. Oh yeah, it's probably just bishop d5. Because if they try and sneak in knight c3, then we throw in bishop c6 intermezzour with check. That should be good enough. That's why you don't leave your pieces hanging. All these pawn pushes weakened White's light squares. God damn, cup's going crazy. And then we just keep checking, and we're gonna end up a piece out of that. Okay. Okay, we're down a queen, so I'm thinking we gotta mate this motherfucker. I'm gonna mate this sorry motherfucker. Already there's bishop f7, which is like nearly irresistible. I think that's just game over. Yeah. If you look, the king has no forward squares, and then it should just be double check and mate after that. That's so stupid. They don't even make you play the double check and mate. It's puzzle 42. It's supposed to be a 1900 level puzzle, and you're not even making me play mate and one on the next turn? What the fuck? Oh, maybe. The problem was, folks, there was two different mate and ones in that position, and so therefore it's not a valid chess.com puzzle. Could I just do this and make a queen? It's probably that. Making queens is usually a good way to win. So I'm going to do that. See, these puzzles are stupid, bro. It's the first forcing move you look at. Okay, I lied. I looked at rook b8 first. But forcing moves are the win. Thank you. Okay. Go check. That's my first thought. I'm not seeing why not. Why not? What's with these way too easy puzzles? Queen b4. Oh, there's probably some like discovery. So let's see. Queen b4, king g8, queen takes d4. What discovery are they playing? Honestly, they don't even have a good discovery. I'll take on g8 with check and then take their queen. I'm knocked down the exchange, and after I take on d4. Oh, maybe b2 is weak? See, sometimes the puzzle is figuring out what your opponent is going to do. Dude, what's going on? Holy shit. Hey, yo. I hope they're good out there, man. First it was an ambulance, then the fire department. Holy shit. I really want to trust my instinct and just go queen b4 and go up this knight. I don't see a single good threat. Screw it. Give me that shite. See, and I was just going to take on g7 with check because I take here. I saw this, and I was not scared in the slightest. Because we're just going to be up a piece. We are just going to be up a piece, my friend. Alright, so this one's a trap. So white is threatening to play pawn takes h6. The worst thing we could do is take back, because to my knowledge, That would allow white to create an outside pass pawn. We are up a pawn, so patience is a virtue. Keep it closed, and we can't lose. Ah, what? Wow, I'm embarrassed. What if I went queen e5 here? Bishop takes e5. Nah. Oh, what if I went? What if I went rook takes d4? Wow. Dark squared weaknesses. The real goat of this position is the bishop. So my idea is we're just removing a defender of e5, and we have two pieces that can go in on e5 for mate. So makes sense to me. Queen or bishop first? What am I missing? Oh, definitely bishop first. Don't embarrass yourself. Queen first. They'll take it, and then they can just block with the queen. Oh, this is a cool one. So once again, back rank problems. Just rook e4 is a double attack now. Threatens mate and the bishop. And if you take my rook, you're getting mated, homie. And now we lure the king into a pen. Already HG, we're threatening mate. But then they'll go FG and protect with Le Quang. You know, it'd be a lot cooler if we just sack the queen on h2 instead. Big baller style. Here, let me explain. So first we check. Most forcing move on the board. So the thing that sent it for me was we have these two killer bishops. Light square bishop, goat of this position as well. After king h2, gh3 or hg3 is double check. White's got nowhere to go. Scary. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of things. So our knight's hit, and their knight's almost trapped. This knight can only go to b4, so my thought is, let's protect our knight and stop their knight from escaping. Simple as that. And then we attack with the rook on a8. Wait, why? Why does it matter which rook, actually? How is rook a8 and rook a6 both not just as good? So I think rook f a8 is slightly stronger because our rook on d6 is locking the king out of the game. And so if like rook a6, maybe we get counter threatened. Thank you. Oh, this is Sack City. But the question is how. I can't tell if I should go rook sack or queen sack. Sack City, population, the white pieces. Ironically, I could even play rook b3 as well, but that seems a bit sketchy. Vegetable juice break. Need to fuel up. Marijuana break. Need to fuel up. Ugh. If only we had a dark squared bishop. That's light squared bullshit. I think it's rook takes c2 sec, and then we're just gonna blitz in with queen a2. So rook c2 threatens mate, or threatens queen a2 checkmate. So I really want to say king takes c2 is forced. Then we have queen a2 check. If queen b2 blocking, we can go bishop b2 check. They can bring their queen here or king here. And not really seeing a huge follow-up there, honestly. The question is, can we play a quiet move? A quiet move being like queen a3. I think it helps prepare sacrifices, and it also helps with rook a5, which could be strong as well. But do we have time for such a thing? I mean, queen b2 at worst, and then it doesn't make sense why I played that. Alright, I have to come back to rook takes c2 sacrifice, and we just gotta make it work from there, I bet. Rook takes c2, king takes c2, queen takes a2, queen b2, blocking, bishop takes b3 check, king c3. I could play queen a3 check. The king can actually only go to a discovery there. Baby, you can see it. Weird World, LAX. I think it's rook takes c2, and I'm fairly confident in that. Yep. Alright. Always double check the work. Maybe a different move would pop out now, but no. Not in this world. Oh, and I'm thinking it was bishop takes b3 and then queen c3. Oh, but they're gonna go king c1, actually. I need to expect the best of my opponent, not the worst. Oh, that's epic. Wow. Okay. So bishop takes b3. I got a little lucky here. I didn't see the whole line. So if king c1, we have this really beautiful just queen takes b1, luring the king onto the b file for a discovery where we'll pick up this rook with check and then the knight as well, ending up a piece. Wow. All right, we're on good pace. We've only failed one problem. About to get 50. Hopefully get 50. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's sad, but it's true. Can see it. Okay. There's only 4 pieces on the board. You should be able to handle this, but pawn promotions are difficult. Obviously, black is trying to win the game. Black could draw quite easily. So everybody's first move is probably king f5, but I don't think we like king f5. I'm kind of thinking we go like... See, the problem with... I like rook a5, but rook b5 is probably just as good. And so that makes me feel like by virtue of process of elimination, it can't be either. Oh, king g5 is kind of cool. Forcing king g7. Oh. There's also king f5, king g7, rook e6, f7, rook g6. But then they'll actually just hide in the corner. That's not enough. King g5, king g7. Rook a5. They will surely push their pawn. I will play rook a7, pinning said pawn. Then they just go rook g8, and I feel silly. Or king g8. And all I can do is draw this game. What if it was like rook g5? Rook g5, king e7, king e5. I refuse to lose this problem, so if we're here for 15 minutes, feel free to skip this portion of the video at any moment. Did I even smoke? I forgot if I smoked. That's fucked up. Oftentimes we like the rook being behind the pawn. Could actually be that. Instantly threatening. Oh, we want to be on the other side. So rook behind the pawn, they go here, and then we actually shoulder. That shouldn't work either. We're just a bit late. What am I smoking on? I think it could be rook a5, honestly. And there'll be some dumb reason why rook b4, rook b5 doesn't work. I hate getting hung up. Everybody does, I'm sure. Rook a5. So let's just calculate. It's hard to calculate. Rook a5. King g7 makes the most sense to me. Oh my god. This might be a moment where we win a move back. by checking with our rook to get it behind the pawn for free? I remember studying this. Rook a5, king g7. Nah, that wouldn't work. Because it just king f8, I'm stupid. Okay, rook a5, king g7, king f5. They push. We pin them to win them. And it just feels like king g8, right? Come on. Rook a5. King g7. King g5. f7. Pin. King g6. No. Fuck. It's not rook a5. It can't be. It's just too slow. It's not doing anything. Okay, king g5. Let's meet him there. They have to go like king g7. King g5, king g7. Rook e6, f7. Draw by repetition. Is there any reason to play king f5? King f5, king g7. Maybe we come up with king f5, king g7, go rook e1. They're gonna push. Rook g5, king e7, king e5, f7. Pin. Come down, they make a queen. Oh, what? Wait, boss, hold on. Maybe this is one of those moments where we let them make the queen. Oh, okay. Synapse is firing. The synapses, they're all connecting. Watch it all form. This is magic, folks. I see it. So we're going to recursively start this problem. Imagine the king is on e1. They've promoted their pawn into a queen on f8. Our king's on e6. And we're ready to swoop in with a fucking mate on a8. Oh, our rook needs to be on a7. Yes. Okay, how do we do this? I have the plan. I see the vision. So we do need to bring the king to out. We want the king on the e file. It's too claustrophobic on the queen side, on the king side. So my inclination now is rook g5. King e7. They could just go king f8, honestly. Just something I need to be wary of as well. It's fine. King f8 is not a big deal. They want to be out anyways. Rook g5, king e7, king e5, f7. Rook g7 pinning. They don't want to play king f8. I think. Oh, that's probably. Yeah, they don't want to play king f8. So let's say they go king e8, breaking the pin, and then that's when we go brilliancy, king e6. We let them make a queen, and if they make a queen, we go rook a7, unstoppable checkmate. Boom. Boom. This is going to be so embarrassing when I'm wrong. It'll be so fucking cool when I'm right. Fuck. Maybe we had the right idea. Dude, if we don't hit 50, oh my god. We spent all that time on that just to lose. It's so funny. And another endgame problem, bro. What is this shit? Okay. So thought is we need to help our pawn promote, and we have a bit of time. King d6 with confidence. e4, and now all of a sudden we can start using this bishop. And I don't think the king can break us from the diagonal, so we should be good. Just e4, yeah? See, and then bishop b5 is important, but we should be good after this, no? Oh, come on, black. All right, well, we got 50. We tied last episode. Oh, and I already see the solution. This one's a classic. So it's trade queens and then fucking castle. Big dick style. 51. Whoppa! We beat last episode. Ah. Opening puzzle. This knight looks so absolutely juicy. But if we go bishop c4, they go queen c4. But if we start with queen e2, then we can play queen c4 quite comfortably. But then they go bishop e6, which adds another defender. There's also c3. Sponsor me v8. Ugh. A plant-based diet out here, bro. Okay. Queen e2 check, bishop e6, queen takes c4, queen takes c4. Oh, but then c3. Then we can go c3. So c3 now doesn't work, but so queen e2, they'll defend with bishop e6. We trade it all anyways. And if they take back on c4, we have c3 hitting both the bishops. That looks right to old Benji. I love it when I see the whole line, folks. There's nothing hotter than seeing the whole line. Rook e8 is hard to say no to, especially because we play queen f8 next. Queen f8, king g6. When I commit to this too, I'm gonna get mated if I don't like win. So I have to be really careful. Rook e8. Come on, Doug. Mm-mm-mm. 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 I almost don't think it could be rook e8 simply because after queen f8 check, there's literally fucking nothing. It's not a move on the board that's appealing. I mean, no. There's like a fork on b4, which would be cool to make work. Like they're even hitting me on c2 with the light squared bishop. Like it's all gross. I guess not. That's not happening after a series of checks. I need some quiet move, but there's just none. How do we set up like a win? Oh, maybe it's call out the bluffs. Oh my god, it is that. Maybe I have to be so careful. I think we need to intermezzo quiet move just at the rightest of times. Rook e8, king g8, king g7, queen f8, king g6, and then we're gonna schlap in the intermezzola of a lifetime. Knight e3. The main. No, we're not even threatening shit. We're not threatening shit, dog. Dude, I am at a loss on this, boss. We drink and we skate and when we... Trunk Boys by Tony Trujillo. But it's Trujillo Trio, I guess. When we skate, we fall on our face. A fire. I'm gonna get mated if I do this the wrong way. Oh my god. Rook e8, queen f8, knight e3. The knight defends f1 from the queen. Rook a1. Like king d2 forced, almost. King d2 is not forced, but king d2. Oh my god, why does it have to be so hard? Another move could just be like f4. What happens if we play f4 here? They take on c2 a check. Check, 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 f4. But then we get hit by queen f1. No, queen f1 is not a problem. Yes, it is a problem. Queen f1. And they can just take on f4. You complain about the puzzles being too easy, and then you hit puzzle 53 and you're just at a loss for words, man. Can we get any more explosive? To anybody saying rook e8, king g2, queen f8, king g6. I even looked at rook g8, but that's nothing. Or queen g8, I mean, but that could not be a move. The problem is black is so quick to fuck us. To just fuck on me. Maybe I can do the knight fork at the end of this. Because after queen f8, the king is here. So the bishop isn't as indomitable. No, but then I get mated on f1. With the queen coming to f1. Oh my god, man. Good puzzles just throw you for a loop. And it's usually a combination of everything, and that's fun too. Boris, most boring YouTube video of your whole life. The V8 got me on heartburn mode. Need to eat drum. Dude, I'm at such a fucking loss for words. Oh my god, no way, that's it. Man, why is chess so hard? Who made chess so hard, bro? It's crazy. You need it. I'm gonna give up soon. Let me try a little harder. Let me do this line one more time. Rook e8, there, there, there. Rosy fucking cheeks. You need it. It honestly could just be Queen A8, like Rook here, and that. Like, as crazy as that sounds. Oh no, but then there's Queen D3 and I get mated in this line. Oh my god, bro. It's never over. It's never solved. I see you, I cast a spell. I mean, bro, I'm lost. I'm so insatiably lost. I can't even make a draw. I can't do anything. You need it. It's an ego problem at this point, man. I'm not. I'm thinking I'm having an answer and failing or bust. We're sitting here all day. That's what I'm committing to. I will flag this classical game before I don't find the right answer. I'm sure if anybody out there is even watching this, you're probably screaming so hard about seeing the correct solution, and that's valid. There's this counterplay is just like too much. Like if I could just win the exchange, I can win this, but it's impossible to win the exchange. So know the feeling. Like I want to do everything at once. Like I want to go rook e8, king here, queen f8, king here, and then I want to somehow teleport my queen back to b1 and start hitting on these light squares again. But I can't do any of that. And if I play that line with like knight e3, like there's just rook a1, and I'm getting mated because I don't have any pieces around my king anymore. So in order to defend from this insane light squared bishop, I have to move all my pieces away from the king, where the queen or the rook queen battery on the a file will get my king. And there's no other useful moves. I don't see a quiet move. I'm dying here, man. Shout out Zahir. This can be an hour-long video, and 30 minutes of it is spent on one puzzle. It's crazy. That's the grind, though. Okay, so rook e8, queen f8, king g6. We could play like literally anything. Oh, wait a second. No, that can't be it. It loses. Just loses material. Dude. The forcing moves just ain't forcing enough. Check, check, check. Check, check. Shock, shock. This is breaking me. What, Misa? Mises. Leaf. I might have it. Rook e8, queen f8. 93. Rook a1 check. And then king b2. No. That's just a repetition, man. Well, not necessarily. No, I get mated there, actually. I'm being stupid. I'm being extra stupid. Hi, Misa. I hear you. She probably wants her steroids. She had a skin allergic outbreak, and so they gave her steroids, and she's been weaning off steroids. It's her first time going 48 hours without her steroids after weaning off, so she's probably pissed. That's my excuse. Oh, okay. That's totally why she's pissed. Mm-hmm. Alright. Fucking hell, dude. I'll spend 40 minutes on a puzzle. You know what I have? I have The Staying Power by Ali X. I'm probably missing something so friggin' obvio. Que ovio. Staying power? I've got the power. Dude. I even thought about trying to stalemate. I'm that desperate, man. Not gonna find it though. Rookie 8. Have you ever been broken by a chess problem? Me too. What if we just started with knight e3? We're gonna get mated, man. I could go king b1 for some insane reason. King b1's like slightly interesting. So like rook e8, king g8, queen f8, get the king there, and then we're gonna play king b2. We're stopping getting mated there. We're counter threading this rook. If they check us with the queen, I think it's that, man. How cool would that be if I was right? Alright. Please let the 40 minutes not be in vain. We're going with king b1. We're giving up on king b1. Rook e8. Queen f8. I might cry if I get this. Oh, I want to play king b1 so bad, yo. King b1 is the most alpha move we can play, and I think it has to be done. I think it has to be done, folks. No! Fuck. All time number 5. I'm weak. Man. Alright, let's try and solve this. Okay. Ooh, I moved the sharing this tab. That's epic. Dude, let's... Oh my god. Give me a hint, boss. Oh, well, I knew that. I knew this. But why? There's just queen f1, no? Like, what? Oh, knight e8. Duh. Oh my god. I didn't see knight e8. That's a good one. Alright, well, thanks for watching me fail that puzzle. Next time.